We're about to take the pussycats to the vets. It's their annual jabs. This could be interesting. Don't get excited, you're not being fed. Don't know. Put that in the lounge, please. Come here, Ty. Come on. Right, I need help. Can you zip up?
Hi.
Okay, she's gone under the stairs. The code is 000, and the reason we put a padlock on is because Whisper can open it from inside.
We really should have done Whisper first.
Yeah, it's all right.
Hi, it's okay.
It will not work.
This will be another reason to make the cat corner.
Yeah. Come on. Come on. Wah! Can you put the blanket in there? It's in there. Put it straight. No, don't. No. No. Okay. 000. And then we do that. They're not very happy. It will not stop raining. It's really getting me down. We are now literally in the middle of July, July 16th. It's now 7 months since Liz has been in hospital. We're having the worst summer I can remember. It will not stop raining. What is going on? I've got to tell you, I am really in a low mood at the moment. My boss today sent out a reminder to the team that I need a new role. I've got 2 weeks left in my current job. Liz is moaning at me for spending money. It's a coping mechanism, man. I'm so depressed. It's untrue. I just don't know what the future holds. And it will not stop raining. I can't even go for a walk. I can't fly my drones. I can't do anything because it will not stop raining. We have had rain now, apart from a few days, for basically 6 weeks in summer. It is beyond a joke. Fucking hell. Hello.
Sorry, I hold them.
That's fine. You're busy.
Hey there. I'm not in a good place, everyone. I'm not in a good place. I spent half the night with this shooting pain in my left leg, having dreams about having a leg amputated. I've got a shooting pain in my head. Every time I eat, I just feel bloated and unwell, and I just feel like I'm getting fatter and fatter and fatter, and I'm just fed up with everything, basically. It's like, ow. It's 7:20 and I've got to drive home now, which is going to take probably about an hour. 45 minutes it's meant to take, but in practice it's taking an hour. And of course I'm just pissing off Liz every time I go because I'm not happy. It's exactly 7 months today since she went into hospital. And I just feel like my life's just out of control. We had 3 people in the house last night, first time in ages. Me, Alice, Anthony. Tonight it's just going to be me again. And just nothing I do just makes me feel better. Liz is moaning at me for spending money, which is kind of like a coping mechanism for me. So, you know, I might be out of a job soon. It's just, everything is just unremittingly shit. And I'm really sorry to be so depressed in my vlog. I used to work in Denmark and Norway for about 18 months, and I made a very good friend in Norway, a work colleague. His name is Magne. It's pronounced Magne, but it's spelt Magne, M-A-G-N-E. And I sometimes forget to pronounce it properly. I sometimes call him Magne, but it's Magne. Anyway, really, really nice guy. I mean, he took the trouble to actually drive me to the remains of an old Nazi U-boat base or sort of fortification on the coast, which was ages, miles away. Really nice guy. He took me out a couple of times. He had some like old Nazi sort of fortifications on his land. He had quite a big bit of land on the coast. Beautiful place where he lived, and went out of his way to be friendly to me. And we corresponded for a little time after my job there finished. And the last time I wrote to him was a few years ago, and he never replied. And I thought maybe I'd upset him somehow. So this morning, I'm kind of being woken up by this throbbing in my foot, and I just thought I'm going to drop Magne a line. And he's replied, and we've been having a little conversation today, and it's nice. I'll probably never see him again, but it's nice, to talk to somebody, even if they're thousands of miles away. He's older than me. He's retired now, but really nice guy. And everyone in Norway and Denmark was nice, but this guy, took out his own personal time to kind of show me around his country, and it was amazing. I love Norway. I'm not really a terribly outdoorsy person, but I could be persuaded to be one if I was living there. You kind of have to be if you live there, It's some amazing potential drone flying territory, photo opportunities and stuff. Anyway, excuse me, I do feel not very well at all. Anyway, it was nice to connect with somebody. I have this sort of self-imposed exile thing going on. It's like, I've said this before, in the past, if I got too sort of closely involved with people, friends, on a sort of one-to-one personal basis, I used to be overly sort of empathetic, and I would start to take on their problems as my own. I'd end up lending money to people and all sorts of stuff like that. And so basically, I kind of keep my personal face-to-face relationships in single digits, and I hardly ever have friends around the house. I hardly ever go and see people, and that's my choice. I like to keep people at arm's length. email and online relationships are so much easier for me to handle. I just kind of get overwhelmed and my social battery just drains. And then I have this existential dread, you know, someone sets up an appointment for me oh yeah, brilliant, and then I'll spend the weeks before worrying about it. So as a result, right, I very rarely actually talk to people face to face. This is where this vlog kind of comes in. This is kind of me talking, but I don't have to take on other people's problems, you know? And if people watch this or not, whatever. I've got it out of my system. But it's also nice, it is nice occasionally to talk to people. And I've had this email exchange with Mauna today, and I'm really pleased that he's still around. B, I'm really pleased that I didn't piss him off. Although I can't think of what I might have done to have pissed him off. See, in the back of my head, there's always this little voice saying, oh, they're just being nice to you. They don't really like you. And it's self-loathing, right? Because I hate myself. I hate myself because of things that have happened in the past, things that were done to me in the past, and it's just the way it is. I just hate myself. There could be people out there who utterly despise me, and they won't hate me as much as I hate myself. But anyway, Mauna replied, and he's got some weird conspiracy theory views, but then I used to have those. I was once utterly convinced the moon landings were faked. I'm going to be honest with you here. I had a book. I had a book about how the moon landings were faked. Not how they were faked, but all anomalies in the photos and all the rest of it. I know now that's utter bullshit, right? Of course it wasn't faked, but there was a time when I thought it was. There was a time when I went down the rabbit hole of the JFK assassination. Nowadays, I just dismiss most conspiracy theories. But Mauna's got a few, but it's interesting to hear different views from people. You know, if everyone was the same, it would be boring, right? Getting older, I've come to that conclusion. In the past, younger me, would have been horrified at what new me is like. I was very set in my ways. Everybody should think and feel the same and believe what I believe. And now I've kind of learned to kind of embrace the diversity. So he's got some weird views. Who's to say he's not right? I don't necessarily agree with them, but it's interesting. If we were all the same, it would be terribly dull. And I like talking to him. He's a really funny guy, and he was really nice to me. And we ran his house a few times, and I'm just... But the thing is I don't want to burden other people with my problems either. I know that's contradictory to what I said about this vlog, but people don't have to watch this vlog. I can get it out of my system, and it can be out there in cyberspace or whatever, and people don't have to watch it. It's like when I had counselling, I would feel guilty about laying all this stuff on my counsellor. It sounds nuts. That my mind just doesn't work. It works funny, but so today I've got these stabbing pains in various bits of my body. I feel bloated. Nothing I eat can make me feel better. I feel very tired. I feel very anxious about my job, about the future. I'm still pretty certain there's going to be a war quite soon, and I just don't see any hope for the future, right? Ultimately, we want to get Liz home, but when Liz comes home, then a whole new struggle starts, because she's going to be relying on me to keep her alive, probably. And it's just endless problems after problems after problems, and I'm just feeling very anxious about everything, and I'm not in a good place. I'm not in a good place today. Liz had a phone call from her GP. So Liz was due to go to Graceland this year with her mum. Next month, in fact, August, I think. She's been wanting to go ever since, well, before I knew Liz, she's always wanted to go to Graceland. It's a lifelong ambition to go. And finally, they'd booked the tickets and they were going next year, just her and her mum. Well, obviously, because of what's happened, that's had to be cancelled, and she'll probably never be able to go now. because of her ongoing illness. You won't get the insurance, and that's fucking tragic, right? That's tragic that she finally booked her lifelong wish, and now it's been taken away from her. Anyway, her mum's been struggling to get money back from the travel insurance company. They're now trying to say that Liz knew about a pre-existing condition, which is utter rubbish. She didn't. But the point I'm making is that, so Liz had a phone call from her GP today. She's got a new GP. She doesn't know his name. Anyway, apparently it's Dr. Ahmed, which is by the by. She got a call from her new GP to talk about this insurance claim. Her GP hadn't even bothered reading the notes and had no idea that for the last 7 months, Liz, his patient, has been in hospital. Utterly, utterly pathetic. Utterly pathetic. Hello, I'd like to talk to you. Yeah, are you okay? No, I'm in hospital. I've been here for 7 months. Oh, I didn't read the notes. I mean, for fuck's sake. What is this fucking world coming to? I just don't see anything in the future that's kind of really worth looking forward to, other than Liz coming home, obviously, and not having to visit her. But then, as I say, we then got to keep her alive, and that's going to be on me. And I'm not saying, oh, woe is me. It's a big responsibility to keep somebody alive. It was bad enough with the children, bad enough with the cats. And I just, I worry that I won't be up to the task. That's what I worry about. And then you add in this crappy weather. We had a few days of sun, and now it's just started tipping down again. I can't get out of the house. I can't do things outside. I'm stuck indoors all the time. It's just, everything is just unremittingly shit. And I'm really sorry to lay this on my vlog viewers. I just don't know where this is all going to end. Somebody shot at Trump this last week, which is terrible, right? You know, he was bleeding 1 inch to the right and he would be dead. Well, now, of course, he's playing the hero, and he's inevitably going to win the election because Biden appears to be a senile old muppet. So what's that going to do to the world? The last 4 years of his presidency was just all about him undermining things, gave Putin the encouragement to invade Ukraine and all the rest of it. And by all accounts, Trump went golfing, didn't go and visit the relatives of the person who'd been shot at his rally, which says a lot about the guy. It's a shame that US politics is so divisive that now they're shooting at candidates. The guy nearly had his ear blown off. It's unreal, the times that we're in at the moment. Absolutely unreal. And like I say, I've got no hope for the future. I just think things are just going to get worse and worse and worse. And I'm 53 years old, and all I can think is that, you know, we've already got the impacts of climate change happening. The world's getting worse and worse and worse, and all I can think is that at least I'm not going to be around when the worst of it happens. I'm going to be long gone. And that's me being honest in my vlog. Like I say, I don't just vlog about the good things and say, hey, yeah, life's wonderful, guys. I'm an influencer. I'm not an influencer. I'm an outfluencer. I'm an anti-influencer. I'm an outfluencer. And you guys get the bad stuff as well as the good in my vlogs. I'll talk about anything. I'll talk about what's in my head because it's helping me get things straight in my head. And at the moment, that's just the way it is. Look, I'm going to shut up now because I've been going on for bloody ages talking about how depressed I am, and I'm sure you don't want to hear it. If you're so inclined, with my rapidly shrinking subscribership, please join me for the next episode where I'll try and be a little bit happier. All right, bye.
If you enjoy what I do here, although I can't think why, please remember to click the like button, smash that subscribe button, and hit the bell icon to be notified whenever I post a new video. You might also want to check out my website, www.worldsbestestpoet.com, if you fancy a laugh.